in this chapter, we were mainly talking about extensibility. So we learned key user extensibility, developer extensibility, and side-by-side extensibility. So side-by-side extensibility is what we are actually looking at. And as we learn, side-by-side extensibility is available in SAP Business Technology Platform, which is SAP BTP. Looked at this particular slide where low code or no code, which is part of SAP build, as well as pro code is something we do in SAP BTP Business Application Studio, where we build Fiori, UI5, a cloud application programming, or it could be Java, JavaScript, Python, in any other languages. So in both the languages, like SAP language is what ABAP, Fiori and UI5, and the other languages such as Java, JavaScript, Python, which is called Pro Code, which is built in Business Application Studio. So now we are going to look at no or low code and pro code tools on business technology platform. SAP Business Application Studio, which is BAS, is our primary pro code development solution, which requires an additional license to use. With BAS, developers can use common languages like Java, JavaScript, and Python to build and run SAP business application using cloud application programming, which is CAP model. So this is I showed you before getting into the SAP BTP. I hope you remember we created the dev space and all that. So let that get loaded. I will take you there. Okay, this is another lesson. So in BTP cockpit, it is loaded. I can show you once more what we do. And so in BAS, we do the cloud application programming models using various languages. The next option is a software developer kit, which is SDKs, are libraries of content intended to reduce the effort of building applications for many different use cases. For example, there are SDK libraries for Java, JavaScript, iOS, mobile, Android mobile, and many other. So software developer kit is something we add it into the Eclipse. So we can build, code more effortlessly because, for example, when you type a code, based upon the library, it displays the next step. So it will be easy for a developer to develop the things rather than typing all the code. Next is configuration experts. Specializing in line of business are not responsible for using SAP Build or SAP Business Application Studio to develop solutions that address requirements identified in fit to standard workshop. So configuration experts are not the one actually do the coding, as you know, right? They don't do coding. They do like configuration for their line of business. This has to be done through Business Application Studio by a developer. And the requirements are identified in our fit to standard workshops as well. So these are three options as per the BTP. And no/low code and pro code tools on SAP BTP. The options are bring a resource on the partner project team to support custom extensions using in-app developer extensibility with ABAP. So it can bring a resource on the partner project so that they can create custom extensions using in-app developer extensibility, because developer extensibility is where we do all the logic, business objects, all possible code, custom codes. bring an internal customer project team to support custom extension using in-app developer. So basically, they are saying, say suppose if it is a partner team, a partner project team, then we will bring a resource to the partner project team, maybe from other partners or from the partner side or SAP side. Whereas bring an internal resource on the customer project team is as the resource is the customer to support the custom. The rest is the same in-app developer extensibility with ABAP code. With ABAP can be built using the internal resource. Bring a resource on the partner project team to support custom extensions using side-by-side extensibility with either SAP Build or SAP Business Application Studio. SAP Build is where no coding background necessary. SAP Business Application Studio require a background in coding required. An internal resource on the support custom extension using side-by-side extensibility, either SAP Build where no or low code, or SAP Business Application Studio where we build pro code. And this talks about no or low code and pro code tools on SAP BTP. The options are bring a resource on the partner. So I think this is what we read earlier. Are you clear about three type of extensibility and how we, just basic understanding of how it is done? What are the tools you?
I mean, Business Application Studio is where the ABAPers work, and the
ABAPers will work either on Eclipse IDE or if you see here, we do have SAP BTP. I have to log in.
BTP.
Yeah, and then mainly they do SAP Fiori, UI5, Java, JavaScript
Yes,
code. JavaScript coding we can do using Eclipse as well. So we will go to Business Application Studio. So this is trying to get into the dev space manager is the place where we build our dev space. So earlier I created a test dev space. As of now it is stopped. What you have to do, there is a run. This has various phases: starting, then running. We need to reach this to be in running so that we can get into the dev space and then create the project of like a Fiori or SAP UI5 or other custom projects possible.
I mean, from this only we need to create all the apps using Fiori.
Yes.
UI5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, correct.
And how about any other views? Creating the views on the cloud.
CDS view can be created. It can be created using Eclipse IDE. So
I mean, where should be this Eclipse ID? Eclipse ID should be. It's the same ID, in this.
No, what we do is we download Eclipse. Okay, we can go to Eclipse download. This will take us to the Eclipse URL.
Okay.
Yeah, and here you can download. If your system is 64-bit, actually we can go ahead and install this.
Okay.
And once you install it, you will have to actually download the SDK, Software Development Kit. That is for ABAP. It is available for what do we call Java, JavaScript, everything. This SDK is available, so you can download that and then upload it into the Eclipse. So this is purely the development person can do.
Mm-hmm.
So
from this application he'll start developing. I mean, from this Eclipse he'll be start developing the pages UI5 or the CDS views.
UI5 Fiori. CDS views can be done in Eclipse, but for Fiori, now this is running. So for Fiori and UI5, we should do Business Application Studio. Yeah, this can be added into the Eclipse as well. So this is just loading as of now. I'm just giving. I spoke about this earlier, but still to get a basic understanding, I'm just so all the installations are done within the cloud. We don't need to go for like a separate, you know, if, for example, Eclipse installation is, system specific. Every system you will have to install the Eclipse and do all the necessary set. Whereas this is a trial version where everything is there. You just have to use it according to your need. So this is taking a little bit of time. So Explorer, this earlier it used to load here with create from project and all that. So maybe we can give it a bit of time. Normally project from template, there should be a lot of data. So I could go file. You could do like this, create a project from template. This is a purely a development part, but just for your understanding, I'm showing. So you have to select the template and target location. So select that. Automatically, it has to be selected, but not coming. And then I think this is quite slow. That is why nothing is happening here. And you can go with basic multi-target application. So basically, multi-target means multiple ways you can do this. SAP UI5 adoption project is, remember, we were talking about adoption project. So say suppose you are doing a UI adoption, you can go with this option. Then you have an option to go with a Fiori generator. And then you continue that. It will load the necessary template. So this is a freestyle application starting with an empty page. This is a custom page. Create a SAP Fiori element application containing custom page based on flexible programming model. So this is a custom page. You can add whichever way the content should come. List report page will be only list report and an object page will be available. So say suppose if you want to do, these are all specific templates. If you select one of them, say suppose when I was helping somebody, I used basic, that is a freestyle application where I wasn't able to add, I think I wasn't able to add table or something. So we have to be, developers needs to be very careful about what they use. But this is how each items are available. Setting up the integrations, how we set up the integration. Agenda of integration part. First, we will look at analyzing the integration landscape, then setting up SAP best practice integrations, setting up customer-driven integration, and monitoring integration with SAP Cloud ALM. So first is the introduction to integrations and APIs. Integrations are used to connect applications on different platforms to each other for the purpose of sending data and or adapting processes. So what happens in integration?
This API?
This talks, yeah, it talks about APIs or various ways.
This talks about the CPI integration suite is what this chapter is for.
Integration suite, yeah, we are talking about the integration suite only, but in a different ways. So integrations are used to connect applications on different platforms. Say suppose in an SAP system, I want to send some data to some, say Salesforce system. That is not directly possible. Either we have to use body, we have to do an enhancement, or we have to use SAP APIs. So that is how we send the data between SAP and non-SAP systems. So we can use integrations in this scenario. For example, a customer may use SAP SuccessFactor Employee Central as their human resource system of record, and SAP S/4HANA Cloud as their financial system of record. Okay, so I don't have the SuccessFactor application because it is out of our scope, but it says a customer can use SuccessFactor Employee Central as their HR system, whereas their finance system can be part of SAP S/4HANA Cloud, which we had seen earlier, right? Finance business processes. If we want to create employees in Employee Central and have them display as users in SAP S/4HANA Cloud, we need integration. Okay, so this is between different SAP systems. So we have a SuccessFactor, which is a specific system for HR, and SAP S/4HANA Cloud is also another system which is in cloud. Say suppose you want to create employee in Employee Central and have them display in SAP S/4HANA. So basically, you create something in SuccessFactor and pass it on to SAP S/4HANA Cloud. We need an integration. An integration package is often a collection of one or more application programming interface. This is the place we use APIs because it is between the system, SAP systems. The APIs are messengers that carry different type of data such as worker details, photo, availability, and workforce information. So basically, this is a messenger between the systems within SAP and pass it on to other system like worker details. Say suppose if it is a HR system, it will be employee details will be sent. Photo will be also stored in HR system. Availability and workforce information. When a group of API collectively accomplish a task like integrating employee data from HR system, say suppose we like in this case says we have a SuccessFactor for HR, which is the latest in S/4HANA Cloud, S/4HANA, which has got Employee Central where we create the employees, and these employees are passed on to SAP S/4HANA Cloud so that it gets displayed in the SAP S/4HANA Cloud through the API, which is APIs are basically the messengers. When a group of APIs collectively accomplish a task like integrating the employee data, this is as common as what I explained earlier. So when you look at this particular picture, we have got three to four section here. One side on the left-hand side is user-centric application. This is specific to users. Here in the sender, we have two things. One is on-premise and one is on the cloud. So and on the right-hand side, we have real-world object. So from user-centric application, user to cloud will be connected. Here, what we have private cloud, we have third-party cloud applications, we have business partner, we have government agency. That is like users. So users can be created as business partners or government agency. Say suppose if it is the HR system is a government firm, then government agency will provide the data about their employees. And we also have we can also have SuccessFactors, SAP Concur, Ariba, or SAP S/4HANA. This is SAP S/4HANA Business Network Customer Experience. That is the we do have private cloud. So here cloud to cloud integration is happening. Whereas in the lower part on-premise, what we have more or less the same things. Business suite will be there, S/4HANA will be there, third-party applications will be there. So from user-centric application to on-premise system, you pass user to on-premise. That is user will be passed on to your on-premise. And we have connections between business suite as well as S4HANA and S4HANA and that section to third-party applications. So on-premise to on-premise integration. And in the end, in the real world object, what we do, things to cloud. Here it is two-way possible. So data from here to cloud is possible, and things to on-premise is the real world object can be passed both ways, to the cloud, to the on-premise, and to the real world object as well. So that's how the integration looks like. Now we can go on to analyzing the integration landscape. Integration solution advisory methodology. So this is a particular methodology we are going to talk about in case of integration. The initial non-integration should be captured on digital discovery assessment in the discovery in the discover that is sales phase of SAP Activate methodology. That is very easily understandable, because when we do digital discovery assessment, we decide, we ask couple of questions about all those business processes, and the customer side, they would provide the feedback. Based on that, we partner configuration expert along with the customer business expert set up the business processes in the fit to standard workshop. The information gathered here should be viewed as the starting point, because it would be difficult for person completing DDA to remember every single application that may need to send data to or receive data from SAP S4HANA Cloud. So basically, this is the point where we actually gather the information. So this is the point where we actually, get the information about what to be sent, what to be received from SAP S4HANA Cloud. This is another reason why fit to standard workshops are important. Partner line of business configuration expert will likely uncover at least few additional applications that needs to be connected to SAP S4HANA Cloud while conducting each workshop with customer line of business expert. So integration solution advisory methodology looks like this. We have access your integration strategy. First, we try to access the integration strategy, guided scoping of your integration requirement. So when we do CBC, where we can define this integration scope, then design your hybrid integration platform, apply proven patterns for process, data, and user-centric integration scenarios. So we can apply our own proven patterns for process or data or user-centric integration scenarios. So this is a hybrid design. And define integration best practices. So what we do, we reuse predefined architecture blueprints and adapt them to your specific needs. So these are the things from SAP side. Directly, we try to use that integration best practices, and then finally enable a practice of empowerment. So introduce an agile integration practice where so agile integration practice will help understand what are the rules, what are the governance, and in order to implement agile framework, we have a lot of things to be introduced, like sprint, like project, like epics, tasks, features, and many other things. Integration principles for the intelligent enterprise. SAP's integration strategy is based on 4 key principles: out of the box integration, holistic integration, open integration, AI driven integration. So there are 4 different integration principles are available. The one is out of the box integration. Holistic, we'll see what each one of them talks about: holistic and open integration and AI driven integration. Let's take a look at what is out of the box integration. SAP provides pre-packaged business process integration content in SAP Signavio Process Navigator. SAP provides free cloud integration automation service, that is CIAS, to make setting up business process integration from Process Navigator faster and easier with guided workflow. So this is easy because SAP provide you the standard SAP Signavio Process Navigator. This is a pre-packaged business processes, as you know, right? You had seen earlier, no, with steps. Process steps in an a diagrammatic form. Do you remember that?
Yes, as an accelerated towards a flow, complete flow, a pictorial representation.
Accelerator is nothing but the content is important in SAP Signavio Process Navigator. Accelerators are the documents, reference documents where you can go through and implement the content.
Yeah.
So here it says SAP provides a free cloud integration automation service to make setting up business process integration from Process Navigator faster and easier with guided workflows. SAP and the partner developer ecosystem provides integration packages, APIs, and other resources to connect applications and data in SAP Business Accelerator Hub. So as it says, Business Accelerator Hub, SAP and a partner developer ecosystem provide integration packages, APIs, and other resources to connect applications and data in SAP Business Accelerator Hub. And so this is more or less everything is available in SAP, and how we do is what it is talking about. Open integration is nothing but huge library of pre-delivered public APIs on SAP Business Accelerator Hub to support integration with third-party applications and any type of custom extension. Open integrations are like we have quite a lot of pre-delivered public APIs on SAP Business Accelerator Hub, and in the Business Accelerator Hub, you can use that to integrate with third-party applications and any type of custom extensions. And holistic integration is the integration solution advisory methodology is designed to help customers shape their integration strategy and cover all flavor of integration. For example, it is possible like process can be integrated, data can be integrated, UX is nothing but the UIs can be integrated, IoT can be integrated, that is the Internet of Things can be integrated, analytics can be integrated. So it is a holistic integration. It can be anything kind of thing. And the fourth one is the AI-driven integration. Here, as it is known, artificial intelligence and machine learning are used to simplify the development of integration scenarios. For example, integration advisor capability within the SAP integration suite as a crowd-based machine learning approach to enable users to define, maintain, share, and deploy business-to-business and application-to-application integration content much faster than building it from the scratch. So as it says, machine learning, we use artificial intelligence and all that has got we use it for quicker response, right? So that is the same thing we do in the integration aspect as well. This is the SAP integration suite. I have a real. This is the standard SAP Discovery Center, and let's go back. And as it talks about, you have our Cosmos, where you have mission, reference architecture, services. So mission catalog, mission means various missions. We have a catalog for that. You can use from that. Reference architecture, lot of architecture catalogs are available, as well as service catalogs are also available. So this is the integration suite, analyzing the integration landscape. If you look at here, we have multiple things like
I mean, this integration suite should be open from the BTP. Is it that? I studied
integration
somewhere
suite.
that the integration suite, it should be open from the SAP BTP.
It can be done in multiple ways. Not necessarily it should be. Yes, we have within BTP we have uh, integration. We have APIs, but it can be also possible in other scenarios as well. So, for example, say if you look at SAP app, uh, we have multiple apps like Ariba, Concur, S4 HANA, CX, and many other things. Governments, like if it is the data from the governments, like on different countries, we can actually gather the data, and we can create employees using that, and it will be displayed in SuccessFactor. So that is an uh, SAP API integration. The SAP API Business Hub has got 2,500 plus. So SAP API Business Hub, we can actually go there. SAP API Hub, Business Hub, because we have all possible. So this is taking us to the accelerator hub. Let that load. I will explain this picture. And third party apps will be like Slack, Twitter, QuickBooks, Mail, Shim, OneDrive, SharePoint, Magento Commerce, Google Drive, SUs, more connectors. That is like all other third-party applications, third-party apps. So those can be integrated here. This is done through SAP API Business Hub, and we also have application to application as well as business to business integration. So here it is talking about business to business integration, whereas we have multiple businesses are available, and all these things get integrated in the center. Sorry, where we have, as I said, SAP API Business Hub. This is available, like 2,500 plus pre-built integration packs are there. 3,000 plus APIs are available. 280 plus events are available. 230 plus connectors to SAP and non-SAP cloud apps are available in SAP API Business Hub. So this is the accelerator hub. Basically, this gives you the documentation on how we do the integration using the API hub. But on your case, this is you just need to have a basic understanding, because again the integration is something we might require the developers to do it. So I'm just sharing those two links. Okay. And integration assessment will be conducted. So basically, shaping and execution of your integration technology strategy. So earlier we saw a step here, 3 or 4 level steps, where this is here. Assess your integration strategy. So that is something can be done in here, where integration assessment, which is shaping and execution of your integration technology strategy. And cloud, if it is a cloud integration, end-to-end process integration will be there. Whereas integration advisor, so if it is an integration advisor or TPM, manage B2B scenarios and AI-based integration will be done using integration advisor. Say suppose event mesh, sends and respond to business events. So as we said, integration packs, APIs, events, connectors, all are there. So these are all options for all those things. So event mesh is for events, business events. API plus API management plus graph will expose your data as APIs and manage end-to-end lifecycle. An open connector. Open connector is nothing but it accelerates the connectivity to non-SAP application. So open connectors are available in Cloud Connector is available in our SAP BTP. So we can use that. And data space integration. This exchange and integrate data across different data spaces. So if we have multiple data spaces, like say suppose it's a Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or all these are different cloud scenarios. Alibaba Cloud, fully managed multi-cloud offerings. All these are multiple cloud scenarios. So say suppose if you want to have data space integration, it is possible, data across different data spaces. Migration assessment will be assess and estimate effort of migration of PO scenario to cloud. So say suppose if you want certain PO scenarios to move into cloud, we use migration assessment first. First of all, we need to check whether it is possible or not, right? So that is the assessment conducted. And in the last, we have edge integration cell, which is ground to ground integration in hybrid landscape. So that is how our integration suite will look like. We have SAP app, government, we have third party app, B2B partners, as well as multiple cloud layers there. And below that, edge integration cell is there where we have a hybrid landscape where we do the ground to ground integration. So we'll see what all those things are talking about in this case. Migration assessment, a tool that helps customers estimate the migration effort moving from SAP process orchestration integration to SAP integration suite, and has the ability to automate the actual migration from SAP PO. PO is nothing but process orchestration to SAP integration suite with integration flow template. So migration assessment I talked about here. Is that, and then we have cloud integration, a tool that supports developers in building end-to-end process integration package covering application to application, business to business, and business to government scenarios. And we have integration advisor, a tool that uses both crowdsourcing and machine learning to propose the most efficient integration interface for B2B scenarios using a comprehensive library of documentation and code list of all frequently used and de facto B2B standards.
I mean, first of all, the migration assessment is in the previous, in the legacy system, we used to use the PO system. If we are going to migrate, then we are going to use this migration assessment.
Migration assessment is if you have the PO integration to SAP integration suite, yes, it is possible to migrate from there to SAP integration suite, and has the ability to automate the actual migration from SAP. It's the same, but there is a possibility of automatic migration with the help of integration flow templates. Yeah. Is that clear?
Yeah.
And you got cloud integration, right?
Yes.
This is basically building end-to-end process integration package covering application to application, business to business, business to government integration scenarios. Integration advisor is like a tool that use both crowdsourcing and machine learning to propose the most efficient integration interface for B2B scenarios using comprehensive library documentation and code list of all frequently used and de facto B2B standards. So it has got this is mainly for the B2B scenario integration interfaces, and we do have a comprehensive library of documentation as well as code list which are frequently used and de facto B2B standards. And when we go on to the trading partner management, a tool that facilitates the maintaining, operating, and monitoring B2B integration scenario with trading partners. So, say suppose it is a trading partner integration scenario with the B2B integration, then we use this trading partner management app. And here, um, this is not an app, this is a way of doing. And the integration advisor generates the message implementation guideline, MIG, and mapping guideline that make it easier to get your trading partner onboarded to new integration scenarios. So this will help your trading partner to get acquainted with all the um integration scenarios. For that, they use message implementation guideline as well as mapping guidelines. Then we go on to the API management. API management enables developers to manage the entire life cycle of their APIs, like design, develop, and manage until deprecation. Deprecation means like once it is deprecated, we won't be using it, right? So till then, it enables developers to manage the entire life cycle of their APIs. SAP Graph is embedded in API management to enable creating an out-of-the-box connected data graph of SAP managed business data directly in SAP Integration Suite. So this is nothing but graph is nothing but um, it is analytics are created using various graphs, right? Similarly, it picks the data from our SAP managed business data directly in SAP Integration Suite. Then they create this SAP graph using embedded API management. Developers can also compose their own or extend the business graph with additional data models and sources. Since it is an API, it can be enhanced. It can be customized, or it can be modified by the partner or the customer with additional data models and sources. Then we go on to the event mesh. An event is when a specific action has occurred or a state has changed in an application. So when we call an event, say suppose add a user can be considered as an event, because what it does, it's changed the status. Like a user was not existed, but when you add or when you register, then it becomes a part of the application. So the status of the user is changed. The user becomes the registered user. If you require an event in one system to trigger an action in a different system asynchronously, SAP Event Mesh is the service that can be used by developers to set up an event brokers which facilitate the communication between applications producing event messages and application consuming event messages. Say suppose we want an event to be triggered from one system, and so basically trigger an action in a different system asynchronously. We use event mesh, which is a service that can be used by the developer to set up an event broker which facilitates the communication between the application producing event messages and application consuming event messages. This service will also require cloud integration to support mapping and transformation of source data into target data structure and API management to provide secure access to APIs used for this type of transaction process. So here we need proper cloud integration support because we are transforming data from the source to the target data structure, as well as we use API management to provide the secure access to APIs used for this type of transaction process.
Can we see this practically?
Then this require coding.
Coding?
Yeah, that's what it says here. Like, where was that I read? See, it can be used by developers to set up an event broker, which facilitate the communication between the application producing the event messages and applications. This is purely at the coding level because one event has to be triggered using a particular way, and then that event will pass data into the target data structure, and all those things will be done by a developer setting up the broker. Next is SAP Connectivity Service. This service enable developers to see everything is done by the developers. That is the only problem. I can't show it. The
No, I mean,
connectivity
how is the platform looks like? I mean, how the platform looks like and what are the
So that is
options
why
available as
I
you said?
shared
Yeah.
these two options where, say, suppose if you want to discover your mission, in this case, I have only mission. Okay, this is talking about what all mission available for the integration scenarios, and all the say keep the core clean by using build app with SAP S/4HANA. So you can use Discovery Center. Discovery Center has various missions. We can use any of the mission catalog. Say suppose what I was showing is the mission catalog. If I go inside that, it'll tell you what we done in the catalog. We can start a mission in here, view the demo. Say suppose if you want to do a mission demo, this is loading the demo. So this is
I mean,
talking
I just
about
want to check how a simple integration within the systems, within the B2B, how this scenario looks like. I just want to see that practically.
Practical. Then uh, I have to do the development part because say suppose SAP build app. Let me, if I can zoom this, I can explain. See, say suppose if you want to develop an app which is in the SAP build app, uh, what we basically do is we extend the adoption, and OData service is something I can show as part of business application studio. So this will in the below you have SAP build works on advanced edition, HTML app repository. These are connected via destination. Destination is nothing but the RFCs, and or it could be OData service. So OData service is passed on to our API business partner, and then this will be go to the identity authentication for trust purpose. Because if it is passing the user data, we can actually check that users are trusted or not using identity authentication service. So give me today. Anyway, we are in the chapter. So if I can
Yeah.
do some integration scenario, I will try it out. Otherwise, I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, checking
Like,
how to create some sample iClose, creating a source and target, making some
oh,
modifications.
that will be bit difficult because we would require an additional system to pass the event from, say, suppose SAP Ariba. We need to buy SAP Ariba. We need to have that. Then
I
to
mean,
SAP
sample
S/4HANA.
any XML or any Excel data, some transformation, some triggering, some
Okay, let me
emails and
see.
some things.
Let me see
Yeah.
that. I will show you that if possible, I will show you it So SAP Connectivity Service, this service enable developers to build integration between a public cloud application and an on-premise or private cloud application. On-premise and private cloud applications are protected by firewall. So SAP Connectivity Service creates a secure tunnel through the firewall that allows messages to be received. So there will be due to the protection by firewall, we need to have a SAP Connectivity Service to create a secure tunnel through the firewall that allows the messages to be received. You still need an integration package with APIs to carry the actual messages/data, but adding the SAP Connectivity Service ensures the messages can be received by the on-premise or private cloud application. So from public cloud to private cloud or on-premise, say suppose we are passing the data, we can use the SAP Connectivity Service. I will check whether something I can show you. I'm trying to do my best because normally people won't show you the SAP dev space and all that, because I have experience in doing the development on UI5 and Fiori. I took you there inside that. But about the integration, I
But
have to check.
I mean, I just want to see, as you said about SAP Connectivity Service. So in the in this APIs, where we are going to use this, I mean, how it looks like, how we are going to connect it, I mean, for on cloud to on premise. So how this service,
Then I
where
need to first request the training group to provide me an on-premise system, and then to set it up the connection. So give me 2 days time. I first
yeah,
let me request and get an access to a system. Then we can try one of the scenarios.
yes.
Okay.